trunk, the aorta, superior vena cava. If we turn it around, right, the pulmonary trunk splits, right, into your pulmonary arteries. And then here you can see the pulmonary veins coming in. So they're on the back side. You pop them open. Pops open. Oh, it's got 42 names. Okay, what's this chamber? Right atria. Left ventricle. Left atria. So what valve? What are these? This one? Oh, this one. So this one's got little. It's got little rubber things for the valves. So which valve? Which one's this? The tricuspid. The bicuspid. The little stringy things. Chordae tendineae. And these. And these little muscles? The capillary muscle. What valve is this one? Aortic. Oh, it's right here. Oh my gosh, it's right there. It's this one. The pulmonary valve, right? This is your pulmonary trunk. So pulmonary valve. This one is coming from your left ventricle to the aorta. This is the aortic valve. Okay.
So the pulmonary veins, you can only view them from the dorsal side of the heart.
Okay. So your heart. When you guys dissect, you're going to have to take the lungs out. And I think we have an extra group now, so people are going to have to like adopt one or two people. I only have sad, there's no more. Okay. You're going to dissect out the lungs, so you just chop them out. Just lift and chop. Okay. And then your heart, mine had fat on it that I had to peel off, but your heart is surrounded by this guy here. I've cut a window out of it. This is your fibrous pericardium. And then remember when we talked about the visceral and the parietal peritoneum and the pleura? Well, your pericardium, right, is made up of this fibrous pericardium and the serous pericardium. The serous pericardium is made up of the parietal and the visceral pericardium, okay? So which one is it? Okay. Attached to the fibrous pericardium, if you peel it back, is the parietal pericardium. And then actually lining the heart is the visceral pericardium. So we've got fibrous pericardium, this guy. And then you've got the serous pericardium made up of the visceral and the parietal pericardium. The parietal is on the back side of the fibrous, and the visceral lines the heart. Got it? Maybe?
Fibrous.
Okay, so fibrous pericardium, then you've got serous pericardium. The serous pericardium is broken up into the parietal pericardium, which is stuck to the fibrous, and the visceral, which is stuck to the heart. If you look on the front of my heart here, there's a little red artery going across. See that? This is your coronary artery. The heart itself needs blood because it's got to contract, so we've got to get nutrients there for it to do so. The coronary artery is actually the first branch off of the aorta. It's before it really even leaves the heart. It like pops right off and then gives blood to the heart. get the, oh no, there it is. Okay. Here, right, the blue is your veins, right? So this one coming in, what would this be called? Coming from the This is your superior vena cava. And down here, we've got the inferior vena cava. You see it? Coming into the heart. The last and final vein coming into the superior vena cava before it enters the heart is the azygos vein. So I've got it out here. Here's the azygos, right there. The azygos right here.
You said the last vein.
It's the last tributary of the superior vena cava.
Is it the superior or the inferior?
The superior. We'll get into the side. Okay. Then, so we've got superior vena cava. What's the one down here? Inferior vena cava. This guy down here. The azygos vein. Oh. Okay. Off of your azygos, or not off of it, but coming into it is a set of, well, the penny's over here. Don't worry about it. We'll do it later. But we can see between the ribs, along them, you've got little arteries, and there's a vein in there too. These are your intercostals. Your intercostals, and actually on my aorta, you can see them going into the rib. Here, right? What's this called? Your little ear-like thing.
The article.
This is the auricle. Here, this. Right here. Get it very well. This guy right here coming off, this is my aorta. I didn't quite get it cleaned out. There's so much fat on this guy, it was ridiculous. The aorta is coming down and around. When it curves down and goes down toward the body, that's when it becomes your dorsal aorta, and it'll run all the way down through your body. But here's my first, well, after the coronary artery, right? Here's my first branch off of it. What's it called? Brachiocephalic, right? Brachiocephalic trunk. Here's my second one, right? Because this is the cat, they only have two.
It's the left subclavian.
This is the left subclavian. If we go up here, well, it's kind of hard to see, but my brachiocephalic trunk here, it's splitting into two right here. This is our right subclavian and the right common carotid. And then the brachiocephalic trunk splits once more into the left common carotid. And then the other branch coming off the aorta is the left subclavian. Cool. So you've only got two branches off the aorta as opposed to three. Dorsal aorta, mediastinum. Everyone remember what the mediastinum is?
It's like the side.
It's the space between the lungs where the heart sits. Good. Sympathetic trunk. I can't really see it on my phone. If you get it, it might be awesome. Along the spinal, like right along the spinal cord, if you scratch at it, you should be able to see the sympathetic trunk. It'll be like stringy white stuff, and it's all of your nerves. And I couldn't get it. And I don't know why. Couldn't find it on my cat, so I might try to find it on your guys. The esophagus is. Where is it? It's right here. My esophagus is right here, so you should be able to get your esophagus out. It's right here. And it runs through the diaphragm, right? Where's the esophagus go?
The stomach.
To the stomach. Good. when you are trying to get, you don't necessarily need to take the fibrous pericardium off of your hearts, but if you do, you need to be really careful because running like right up on it is your phrenic nerve. Right, the little floss-like little thing here. You've got phrenic nerve on both sides. Here. Everyone see it? There. We've got it here. Here's one. Here's two. Your phrenic nerve innervates the diaphragm. And it's going to run right along the heart. And you can kind of just stick your probe underneath and run along it, and you can pull it off. But the phrenic nerve, what does it do? Innervates the diaphragm, your phrenic nerve. Visceral parietal pleuret. Remember which one is along here?
That's
The visceral, right? And the parietal is plastered underneath the visceral parietal. The vagus nerve, we're not going to touch it. The thoracic duct, no. Anything else I didn't do? Okay. I think I'm going to let you get to your cats and start getting